Hello from Savannah, Georgia. I'm here right now on my month-long stay. This is my third year doing this, and I'm going to talk to you about why I come here, how I come here, and share a lot of other things while we talk about the steps that I take to bring my big dreams to life. This is the Live Your Yes Life podcast, where we share channeled thoughts, discussion, and interviews on what it takes to go from dreaming and wishing to actively living your yes life. I'm Kaela Jetta. I'm one of the co-hosts. My partner in crime is someone who's been in my life from the very first second that I was even an idea, my mom, Lisa. So if you catch us over in our Facebook group, same name as this podcast, Live Your Yes Life, you'll see Lisa and I be in action together. So today I want to talk to you about the steps that I take to bring my big dreams to life. We talk a lot about dreams. If you've been following this podcast, you've been picking up on this trend of we're still early in this year, and I think it is always a good time to be talking about our dreams. So go ahead and bring to mind a couple of what are your big dreams? Maybe you can reflect on a dream that you've completed in the past and use that to inspire you. Or maybe you want to think about some of the big dreams that are really here for you right now. For me this year, one of the dreams that has been on my heart for a long time that I am getting so close to bringing to fruition is expanding our family with a third dog. So we have the deposit paid, everything is in the works to bring this puppy home to expand our family. And that comes with a lot more. The conditions of us getting a third dog is that we wanted to have our new lake house already with enough space for our growing family, a new car with enough room for everybody to be able to go on trips, and for me to make commitments to my schedule. I love to travel. And so for me to make commitments with my schedule so that I could be at home in the early days of puppy training and adjustments. And so I'm just giving you behind the scenes of one dream that maybe getting a new dog does or doesn't feel so big to you. But for me, it was pretty big because of all the other components that came with it. So that's just one example that I'll play with today. But go ahead and bring to mind, what are some of the dreams that you have that feel kind of big? And I want to start with an exercise that helps you kind of, I'm going to say score for lack of a better word, score your dreams, but really it's about assigning your dream a measurement so that you know if it's in the sweet spot or not. Okay, so this is the first step that I take to bring my dream to life, is I do the work of seeing if it's actually in the sweet spot or bringing my dreams into the sweet spot. Okay, so there's 4 levels that we're gonna use to score our dreams. The first one is the dream is so small and so possible, it's not even really a dream. It's more of just a craving. It's more of a craving. So this looks like it's something that you could have instantly if you wanted to. Maybe you're thinking, oh, I've been dreaming of having pizza for dinner. Well, that's really a craving. You could just go have pizza. You don't really have to dream it. You don't really have to change or transform. You can just have it. You can just decide and have it, and you can do it today. So that's level 1. Level 1 is really a craving. Level 2 would be something that's more of a desire. On previous podcast episodes, I've talked about the difference between desires and dreams and how they really play together. So desires are things that we want that will give us a pretty immediate and probably not long-lasting change. Maybe you desire to go on vacation or you desire a new pair of shoes. It's like a little bit more than a craving, and the satisfaction of the joy is going to last a little bit longer as well, but it's not transformation. So level 1 is craving. It's like I'm instantly satisfied and that joy fades pretty fast. Level 2 is a desire. It might take me a little bit of work in order to get the thing. I might have to change some things in order to have the desire. The impact might stay around for a little bit longer, but it's not forever. So that's level 2. Then level 3, this is really the sweet spot. A level 3 dream is a true dream. And something is a dream when it will require transformation in order for the dream to occur, and the dream occurring will change things once and for all. The transformation will happen and it will never go back to what it was before. So for example, you may have a desire to go on vacation somewhere. That's a level 2 desire. And you might have to work for that vacation, get the plans all just right. You'll go on vacation, you will enjoy it. You might even have some restoration and rejuvenation coming back for the next few days or weeks, but eventually that will fade. Life will go back to how it was. If you had a dream to move to that vacation spot, this would be a level 3. Moving, uprooting our whole lives requires transformation to come from inside of ourselves. And once we move, our life is never the same. We have created a transformation. So that's level 3, and that's really where the sweet spot is. And then level 4 is kind of so far out in left field, we don't even have any motivation or any desire. So this is something that's so wild, so crazy, so fanciful, we're not even gonna act on it. A level 4 dream is like, I dream of having $1 million in the next 5 minutes. Like, that dream sounds nice, but we're not even going to act on it. We don't even know the first place to start, and we're not even going to attempt to bring that to life. So in the analogy of level 2 being I want to go on vacation. Level 3 is I want to move there. Level 4 is I want to have a $10 million house and I want to have it sold to me in cash today. It might seem so far out there that I don't even end up taking action on it. And that's what a level 4 is. So the first step to bringing your dream to life is to identify what level is this dream in. Is it level 1? Honestly, I can just have it. This is a craving. I can just choose it. I can just have it with basically no effort at all. Is it level 2? This is a desire. It's going to require a little bit of work. It's going to create some change. Is it level 3? This is transformation. I'm going to be required to transform and my life will transform once and for all upon having it. Or is it level 4? It's so wild and fanciful, I won't even take any action. So that's the first thing that I do. Now, when I want to bring a dream to life, if it's 1 or 2, then I just let myself have it. I'm just like, it's a craving, okay, I get to have it. If it's a level 2, what I'm going to do is expand the dream to bring it into a level 3. I'll tell you why in just a minute. And if it's a level 4, I'm going to bring that dream in closer to make it a level 3 dream. So the first thing that I'm doing is identifying what level dream is this, 1, 2, 3, or 4. If it's 1, I just have it. But if it's 2 or 4, I'm going to turn it into a level 3. And if it's level 3, then it's 2 thumbs up. It's good to go. Here's why I want to make my dream a level 3 dream. Because level 3 dreams are the ones that we root into our worthiness for, and then we can follow our discipline to actually act on. Let me say that again because it was so powerful. A level 3 dream is one that we can root into our worthiness for and then follow through with our discipline so we can actually bring that to life. Okay, so let's talk about why that doesn't happen with a level 2 dream. When a level 2 dream just requires a little bit of change, it's pretty close to home, we don't have enough skin in the game. And what we know is that even though I want this, if I don't get it, my life really isn't gonna change. Like, let's say that right now, at the end of every month or throughout the month, you have like $1,000 of discretionary spending income. I'm just making this up. But you have $1,000 that you can use to go to the spa or go shopping or book a flight somewhere. You have $1,000 of extra discretionary income. And maybe you have a level 2 dream, which is really desire, level 2, to bring that to $1,500. Now that would be nice. That would be exciting and fun. Ooh, there's more money here. But when we think about it, is that $500 really gonna make that big of a difference? If you're already used to $1,000, is that extra $500, if there's a month, if you already have $1,000 of discretionary income, adding on an extra $500 a month may not be enough for you to really follow through with the discipline. Because if there's a month you don't have it, it's not that big of a change. Like, oh, I was gonna, buy new bedding and new towels this month. I'll just wait till next month. There's no transformation. There's not enough skin in the game. There's not really enough to really hold us to follow through on that commitment. But when something is a level 3 dream, we're going to have to come from a different place inside of ourselves. We're going to activate a new way of being, and it's going to open up so much more possibility and opportunities that we don't have in the level 2. So an example of this would be you currently have an extra $1,000 of discretionary income every month. money coming in that you just get to use for whatever. And your level 3 dream is to have an extra $5,000 a month. Now you can see things are different. You're like, oh wow, I could quickly save up the money for this down payment. Or in just a few months, I could max out my saving I want to have for my retirement account for the year. Or I could not only book this little weekend getaway for me, but I could bring 3 friends as well and treat everybody to this. And so our life begins to transform. So I always want to make sure that my dream is big enough that I'm actually going to have to activate a part of me that has been dormant. If I can really do it just with a little bit more effort, it will not likely keep me in the game. And if that's the case, it's okay if I have a smaller desire. I just need to give it to myself pretty quick. I just need to effort. Okay, got it, had the thing. For something to be a dream that I really want, what I'm doing is I am making it big enough that I'm going to follow through on it. So now, once the thing that I want, I've expanded it or brought it closer to home so that it can be a level 3 dream, then I'm going to take just the first action. Just the first action. I'm not trying to figure out the whole thing. I'm just going to take the very first step. So at the beginning of this, I let you know that I was in Savannah, Georgia right now. One of my dreams is to live in Savannah part-time and live at our lake house in Michigan part-time. This is a level 3 dream that I have. Live in Savannah part-time, live in Michigan part-time. This dream is going to take a couple of years to bring to life. It is big enough that it is going to take some pretty big transformation from inside of me to bring this to life. And so while I am not ready to buy a house in Savannah today, the first step of what I can take is to be here for a month every year and some other fun vacations in between. So this is the 3rd year that I've rented a house in Savannah to be here for a whole month, to get to experience what is it like for me to live here. I have a whole month. I have a house. I bring my dogs with me. My family comes to visit. I get to go to yoga class and have a new coffee shop and meet people out for coffee and walking meetings and do my work from here. And by just taking that first step, so I don't know where the house we're gonna buy is yet. I don't know how it is that we're gonna buy that yet. But what I do know is that being in Savannah gives me that experience. And so I just take that first step. So every year, every time I've been in Savannah, then I go home and I pick, okay, what are the next dates? When is the next time that I'm going back? And I just take that step. I'm in the step that I'm in. And while I'm doing that, then I'm also working on all the internal transformation that is required for me to activate the ways of being inside of me so that I can have the experience that I want. And I just do it one step at a time. Okay, so to recap, you're gonna look at your dream and give it a score, level 1, 2, 3, or 4. If it's a 1, you just give it to yourself and you pick a different dream. If it's a 2, you're gonna expand that so it's bigger. So it's a level 3, it actually requires transformation. And if it's currently level 4, you're gonna bring it in closer. So it's a level 3. Now, when you have the level 3 dream, you're gonna take just the first step. Just the first step of, this is where I'm called. This is where I'm led. I mentioned my dream this year of expanding our family with our 3rd dog. And so the first step was just to decide what kind of dog am I actually committed to getting. For a long time, I've wanted a Great Pyrenees. That's what I really wanted for a long time. And so I said, okay, the first step is just to confirm that's what I want. Well, once I started doing the research, I learned, my lifestyle probably is not the best fit for a Great Pyrenees as it is right now. So it's not that one. Okay, so then what else? And so I just stayed in the step of deciding the breed of the dog that I wanted. We landed, we're getting an English cream golden retriever. His name is Melvin. He'll be born in May. Can't wait to bring him home. So I just stayed in the first step. Okay, I know the kind of dog I want. I know the breed. Once I did that, then I worked on the next step. The next step was, what's the breeder? What's the perfect breeder that feels like a good alignment, a good match? Okay, then I found the breeder. Now it's just, what's the next step? The next step is we go through the application process. We put the deposit down. Okay, that's where we're at. So just one step at a time. I actually do not try to map out what are all of the steps because we don't need to. All we need to do is this current step that I'm in is exactly where I need to be. And I'm going to take that step. I'm going to transform in whatever way I need to in the step that I'm in. And then I'll get to the next step and the transformation will just keep going. It will just build on it. So that's my invitation for you this week, is to look at what's the big dream? What level is it? Do you need to adjust that? And is your dream big enough that your transformation can actually bring this dream to life. When we transform, the dream can transform our life. And that is really when something is just in that beautiful sweet spot. I want to remind you that every week after we drop our podcast episode, that Thursday, we go live in our Facebook group called Live Your Yes Life, and we do a live Q&A. So I'm going to tune in this week from my Airbnb in Savannah. You can come and join me if you want to see it. And I'm going to answer your questions that you have on this topic and give you some support. So be sure that you tune in this Thursday. If you're watching this later, you can still join the Facebook group and catch our live Q&A every week or go back to watch this one. But come in the Facebook group, let me know what questions that you have, and join us for the live Q&A. The group is called Live Your Yes Life. It's linked in the show notes. Okay, I'll see you Thursday for the Q&A live in our Facebook group and on our next podcast episode. I can't wait to hear what dreams you're bringing to life. Bye.